6:15 p.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Anjana Dodangoda, assisted by Sanjay Paladenia, and read by Geethanjali Ramanayaka. Sri Lanka celebrates year's rice harvest at New Rice Festival. The government explores the possibility of importing chicken meat from India. A university for solely awarding degrees in the transport field is to be established in Ratmalana. The price of litro gas will be reduced significantly. The duty-free concession provided to migrant workers at the airport will be revised. Foreign news: Colombia raises threat level for deadly Nevado del Ruiz volcano. Sports: Asalanka Thikshana stars in Sri Lanka's super over win against New Zealand. News in detail. The National Alutsahal Mangalya, the annual ritual of dedicating the year's first harvest of rice to the historic Jayashree Mahabodhiya in Anuradhapura, was held today under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. The New Rice Festival is a long-standing tradition where the first harvest of paddy of the Maha season is offered to the Jayashree Mahabodhiya. The event was organized for the 56th time by the Minister of Agriculture and the Department of Agrarian Service under the guidance of the chief incumbent of the Atamasthaniya, Venerable Pallegama Hemaratna Thera. President's Media Division said many farmers from different parts of the country attended the traditional ceremony with the hope of receiving blessings from the nature and the triple gem. Their wish was for timely showers, bountiful harvests, and a prosperous economy for the country and the nation. The government is exploring the possibility of importing chicken meat from India to reduce the rising prices of the staple food in the country. The decision to consider importing poultry meat is based on the government's plan to distribute eggs from India at affordable prices. Trade Minister Nalin Fernando stated that the government expects to import chicken meat and provide it to the public at a fair price, just like imported eggs are being distributed now. The minister said that the reason for the high price of chicken in Sri Lanka is the influence of traders and distributors. Dr. Bandula Gunawardena, Minister of Transport and Railways, Minister of Mass Communication of Sri Lanka, who was on an official visit to Russia and Belarus, engaged in observation of the universities in those countries established only for awarding of degrees in the field of transport. The authorities of those universities pointed out that a large number of local and foreign students are studying transport-related degree courses in the universities dedicated for the transport field. Minister Gunawardena, accompanied by the ambassador of Sri Lanka to the Russian Federation, Professor Janita A. Lianage, visited the Russian University of Transport and met with Professor Alexander Klemov, rector of MIIT, and other staff of the university to discuss possible cooperation. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Litrogas Lanka has announced that prices of its domestic LP gas will be reduced at midnight tomorrow. The chairman of Litrogas Lanka said that the price of a 12.5 kilogram gas cylinder will be reduced by approximately 1,000 rupees. He further said that the price reduction comes into effect in line with the company's pricing formula. Foreign Employment Minister Manusha Nanayakkara said the duty-free concession provided to migrant workers at the airport will be revised from the 1st of next month. The workers will be granted an opportunity to enjoy higher concessions depending on the amount of foreign remittances made by the individual. These concessions will be provided in 4 categories. Minister further said these concessions were introduced to encourage foreign remittances. And that ends local news for now.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The first phase of the program to plant 3 million jackfruit trees across the country under the theme Guan Hamuda Herali Perali was launched on Saturday at the Anuradhapura Air Force Base under the patronage of President Ranil Wickremesinghe. This program has been implemented in conjunction with the government's food security program with the aim of creating a local and foreign jackfruit market and to promote jackfruits among the Sri Lankan people. Under this program, 75,000 jackfruit trees are expected to be planted within this year. And that was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Live is brought to you by
CIB New Year Bonanza. Special gifts and vouchers available till the 10th of April. Special discounts up to 20% on bank cards. CIB, excellence in customer care.
A portion of the lane heading to Colombo in Vallavatta near the Vallavatta train station has caved in, the police stated. The police further stated that the traffic flow along the Marine Drive has been disrupted as a result. The motorists have been urged to use alternative roads to avoid traffic congestion. And that came to you in Watchlight.
CIB New Year Bonanza. Special gifts and vouchers available till the 10th of April. Special discounts up to 20% on bank cards. CIB, excellence in customer care.
World news and in the headlines. Colombia raises threat level for deadly Nevado del Ruiz volcano. Russia fires cruise missiles in waters off Japan's coast during training exercise. And Malaysia abolishes mandatory death penalty. Authorities in Colombia have warned of an increase in seismic activity around the Nevado del Ruiz volcano, a peak responsible for triggering the country's largest recorded natural disaster, killing 25,000 people in 1985. On Friday, President Gustavo Petro said the threat of an eruption had increased, amplifying a message the Colombian Geologic Service issued a day earlier. Russia's Pacific Fleet fired a pair of supersonic missiles at a mock target in waters off Japan's coast on Tuesday morning, the Russian Ministry of Defense said. A team of 2 missile boats carried out a joint missile strike against a sea shield simulating a simulated enemy warship, the ministry said in a telegram post. The target was successfully engaged at a distance of 100 kilometers by a direct hit from the 2 Mosquito cruise missiles. The missiles are capable of destroying a ship within a range of up to 120 kilometers, according to Reuters. Malaysia's parliament has voted to remove the country's mandatory death penalty, potentially sparing more than 1,300 prisoners on death row. The country has had moratorium on executions since 2018, but the abolition now removes the death penalty as a mandatory sentence for 11 serious crimes, including murder and terrorism. Judges have retained discretion to impose capital punishment in exceptional cases. But for the most serious crimes, the court will now favor life imprisonment sentences of up to 40 years, or corporal punishment such as scanning, lawmakers said. Back to the headlines. Colombia raises death threat level for deadly Nevado del Ruiz volcano. Russia fires cruise missiles in waters off Japan's coast during training exercise. And Malaysia abolishes mandatory death penalty. World news. Now moving on to development news. The Highways Ministry is to seek cabinet approval next week to suspend land acquisition for the proposed elevated expressway from the new Kalani Bridge to Aturugiriya, a project for which China Harbour Engineering Company Limited has been identified as it starts pulling out of high-cost infrastructure construction, citing lack of funds. While the proposed roadway was packaged as an investment project, the government was still responsible for meeting the cost of land acquisition and resettlement. And that was development news. Now moving on to sports. Ish Sodhi's last ball 6 tied the game after Dasun Shanaka looked to have almost won it for the visitors, defending 12 of the final over. But Mahesh Theekshana held his nerve in the super over before Charit Asalanka chased down the 9-run target to give Sri Lanka their first win of the tour. It was fitting that Asalanka was the man left at the end after his 41-ball 67 had helped propel Sri Lanka to challenging 196-5 at Eden Park. Kusal Janit Pereira, back in the limited overs side for the first time in over a year, also made a triumphant return batting through the innings for a 45-ball 53. And with his 13th half-century in T20 Is, he equalled Tilakaratne Dilshan's record for the most 50s in the format for Sri Lanka. And that is sports news. Next up is business news.
Go ekak tiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon has significantly expanded trade opportunities for its business clients through the launch of 2 new platforms, one in collaboration with the International Finance Corporation and the other developed independently. While both platforms are designed as ecosystems that create networking prospects across borders and within the country, Commercial Bank Leap, developed with support from the IFC, is a comprehensive business ecosystem that will focus on elevating business through digitalizing enterprises and Trade Club. The bank's own platform is designed to empower importers and exporters by providing them easy access to the bank's trade services. And that was business news.
Business news sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth එකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැකපු ගින හැබැ කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Economic news, courtesy of...
For the 5th consecutive year, LOLC is awarded People's Financial Services Brand of the Year at the 2022 Slim Kantar People's Awards. As the People's Financial Services Brand of the Year, LOLC continues to place the customer first, and this has won the hearts, minds and trust of Sri Lankans, with yet another prestigious award as proof of this lasting commitment. LOLC. Imagine the possibilities.
Sri Lanka Tourism welcomed by far the biggest international travel influencers and journalist groups' arrival in 2023 to promote the destination. Representing the key source markets for Sri Lanka, this delegation arrived from the United Kingdom, France, Russia, India, Italy, Netherlands, Australia, Spain, USA and Indonesia. Overall, the group of travel influencers and media carried a global audience of 5.5 million via mainstream social media platforms, travel news websites and traditional media publications. The total advertising value expected to be gained from this earned media promotion will be over 71 million rupees. And that was economic news.
LOLC Finance is taking the power of innovation to the next level, winning 5 golds at the Technovation Awards 2022, leading the digital revolution with cutting-edge interbanking digital payments. LOLC Finance claims the overall gold award whilst also claiming an extraordinary victory in digital banking.
On to the weather report. Showers or thundershowers will occur at several places over most parts of the country during the afternoon or night. Fairly heavy showers above 50 millimeters are likely at some places in the central, Sabaragamuwa, southern and north central provinces and in the Trincomalee, Vavuniya and Mullaitivu districts. The coastal areas from Puttalam to Matra via Colombo and Gore will experience showers or thundershowers in the morning as well. And that was the weather report, and prior to concluding this news broadcast, the headlines once again. Sri Lanka celebrates year's rice harvest at New Rice Festival. The government explores the possibility of importing chicken meat from India. A university for solely awarding degrees in the transport field is to be established in Ratmalana. The price of litro gas will be reduced significantly. The duty-free concession provided to migrant workers at the airport will be revised. Colombia raises threat level for deadly Nevado del Ruiz volcano. Sports, Asalanka Tikshana stars in Sri Lanka's Super Over win against New Zealand. And with that, we end this news broadcast from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.